Okay, Tina, welcome back. Thank you very much for coming in today. So what I would like to go over with you today is kind of do, since we're in like the middle of our treatment, go over some of the progress that you have made and review our goals a little bit.
Okay.
So in the initial session, we had agreed upon a few goals to work on. So the three of them were, for one, so the overall goal that we set was for you to get your kids back. So the first goal that we had agreed upon, that was mandated through our plan, was visiting your kids 3 times per week. And then also meeting with your mental health worker twice a week, and also since you quit your night job, also to look for employment. So what I would like to do now is see a little bit how the things have been going and how your progress has been to those goals. So why don't we talk about the first goal with your kids? How's that been going so far with you? Are you able to see your kids 3 times a week, or has it been an issue for you?
Yeah, it has been an issue. I've not been able to see them the past week. I attempted once, but I wasn't able to get a ride. So I couldn't go visit them. I know it was one of the goals, but it's just I wasn't able to do it.
And you're using the bus to see them, right? So.
Well, I had arranged my friend to take me, but she ended up canceling on me. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that happened for the 3 times that you were supposed
Well,
to
no,
see
the
it?
one time, but the other 2 times I didn't have transportation. I didn't have money for the bus, so I couldn't go. Yeah.
Okay, so money is an issue to see the visit your children and use the bus. Okay. Well, why don't we talk about that a little bit?
Okay.
So is there any way you think you could address this issue, find a different way to maybe find a way to afford the bus pass, or find like financial income somewhere else in order to afford the bus?
No, I mean I don't have a job. No, that's one of our go-to, and I don't really have any source of income at this point. I have other bills that I have to pay, which I'm really being late on, so having to pay for transportation is just kind of, I mean, it's not realistic for me to do right now. And I don't know any resources or anything that I'm able to use. So I think that's the main thing that's getting in the way of me visiting my kids.
Morning, are you, since you're looking for a job, are you currently meeting with an employment counselor?
Yeah, even that, it's hard because I can't get there. And so usually sometimes we kind of talk on the phone. Yeah, and I've been applying. I go to there's a library near my house, so I walk and then I go there. But other than that, he hasn't offered me any support with that either.
I see. Well, I guess one thing what we could do is we could maybe assign you to a different employment counselor. I know that there are some employment counselors through the county that who offer their clients bus cards.
Okay.
Because they want them to be able to come to the appointments, and also because they want them to be able to make their appointments for interviews and stuff like that. So
Okay.
They use the bus card kind of as an encouragement. So if you like, I could call an employment counselor that some of them that I know that also live in the area, that some of them that are in the area that you live in.
Okay.
Is that something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, very much so, because I know he has not mentioned it to me, so I'm not sure maybe I didn't ask for it, but I didn't know I was supposed to ask for anything. But yeah, that'd be awesome if you could call him and talk to him for me, or give me a new worker.
Sure. I'll definitely look into that after our session. I'm wondering you mentioned that language barrier is an issue for you. Was it also an issue with your employment counselor?
Yeah, it is. And I feel like they keep talking about resumes and cover letters and stuff, and I don't understand that part. And it's hard where they try to ask me to, and I'm not good with computers too, because most of them applications are online, and I can't really do that as well. Yeah.
Okay. So apart from understanding the whole stuff that is required if you're writing resumes and cover letters, computer skills is also an issue.
Yeah.
I'm wondering then, would you be interested in maybe taking some computer classes to help you with that?
Yeah, but not right now. Yeah, because I have so many other things to do. But that'd be a good idea, though. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that might be a good goal to focus on eventually, because it could also help you be more independent and accomplish your resume and cover letter on your own eventually too. You wouldn't have to see an employment counselor for that. And I'm wondering, I know a few employment counselors that also speak your language and who are bilingual in English and also your language. So would you be interested in seeing those counselors?
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be more helpful. I think that will understand me better too. So yeah, I think that would be good.
Okay. So I'll try to find one of those employment counselors then and give them a call, and then I can give you a call about the first appointment that you will have.
Okay.
So let me write that
good.
down real quick. Okay. Then the other goal that we had been working on was for you seeing a mental health counselor. So remember that was also one of the requirements for our treatment plan is that you see a counselor to assist you with your needs so that you could also get your kids back faster.
Yeah.
I wonder how has that been going?
Not too well. Yeah.
Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
I think again it's with the transportation issue, and I can't get there. I'm having problems with that, and it's just I feel like I don't even understand why I have to go there. Really, I mean, I know you guys keep telling me I have to go, but I don't really get the point. Like she just sits there and talks about. She asks me a bunch of questions about my feelings and all that, and if I feel this way or that way, and it's just I don't get it.
I'm wondering how in your country have you ever seen a mental health specialist there?
No. I don't even. I mean, she said that I think the word was depression or something. I don't really know what that is, but she says I was depressed, and I don't agree with that, and I don't really, like, she doesn't, we don't have good communication. I don't really like her, too, so I don't see the point, really, to tell you the truth. Yeah.
So if you disagree with her diagnosis, what does it look like from you, or what do you see as the problem?
Well, I just want to get my kids back. I feel like they're safe with me. I'm their mother, and I'm not sure what's going on with them right now. They're probably going from home to home. I'm worried that whether they're eating right or whatever. Like I feel like it's just a waste of my time.
So you feel like the sessions are not really productive? I mean
No.
Okay, and
No.
And like I said, the the counselor is not really able to assist you with your needs.
No.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's one of the requirements that we have. Now I understand that you don't want to go to appointments if you feel they're not productive for you. But like I said, the court requires that our clients see mental health counselor, which again is one of the requirements for our clients to see their kids again. But I'm wondering then if you feel the sessions are not productive and your counselor is not really helpful, if you'd be willing to see another counselor to make your sessions more productive, maybe someone who would have better communication with you.
I think that would be good, but at the same time, again, I really, really disagree with this whole mental health thingy, and I don't believe in it, and I don't understand it, and so I could try seeing somebody else, but really, I still will not understand the point. So, but again, like you said, it is required, so I would have to try.
Yeah. How do you, so you said you don't really understand and you don't believe in it, so I wonder then how would you see mental health or depression from your culture or in your country? I mean, do you have counselors?
No.
Okay.
I think we just deal with it. We just never really have time to think about how would I feel about this situation. I think if I was in my country, I probably wouldn't have to deal with this anyways, but I'm here, so I gotta deal with it. Again, we don't acknowledge it, we don't deal with it. We're kind of on like survival mode all the time. So
I see.
Yeah.
But I guess if say if you're struggling in a country and you're not able to take care of your own, like how
I have my community and my family. Yeah, that's huge.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how about here? Do you have anyone in your community that you could help you?
Not right now. I don't, because I came here with my 3 children and my husband, but we're not together anymore. So I don't. I'm kind of disconnected from that.
So I'm wondering then if it would help you, maybe if we could get you connected to some organizations that specifically work with your community, some organizations that are run by your community members. And also I know that there are some, they have some kind of what we call them cultural brokers that also work with mental health issues, kind of like mental health counselors. I wonder if maybe if that would be a better fit for you to assist you, since it seems like your counselor, like I said, doesn't have an understanding for your culture, and doesn't really take your culture viewpoint into account. So I'm wondering maybe if a counselor and also people from that organization in your community would be a better fit for you to help you with your needs.
I think that would be great, and it would be helpful in this process. I think I'm definitely. I didn't even know there was an organization out there and people from my country, so I think that would be really great.
And I also know that would work with a court contract. So if you were to meet with like counselor and counselors from that organization instead, they would be okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe I can make a referral for that as well.
Okay.
And so, like I said, then if you were to see one of the counselors from that organization, do you think you would be able to meet the minimum requirement of 2 visits per week if you also have transportation for your employment counselor?
Yeah, I think I could try.
Mhm.
Again, I think it would depend on the person.
Mhm.
If I like the person, then I probably would go more. But um, um, yeah, I don't really. Again, it's really more of me not understanding it and the reason behind it, and not really benefiting from it. I feel like I'm not gaining anything and it's wasting my time. But like you said, I'm willing to try anything at this moment to get my kids back. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we could give that a try and see if it's
Okay.
productive. And again, if it's not productive and you feel it's still wasting your time, and
Okay.
then we can look into other options. Definitely.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. So the so the other thing that is coming up too is we'll have a court review
Mhm.
coming up soon,
Mhm.
and I think one of the potential issues could be that you haven't met with your mental health counselor enough times. I mean, I'll definitely advocate for you in that court, and I mean, you have made a lot of progress. I mean, you have up to this point have tried to visit your kids 3 times a week, most of the time until transportation became an issue with your friend about the bus cars.
Mhm.
So I really appreciate your work towards that, and you've done a really good job with that.
Mhm.
And also, I'll tell them like you've tried to make it work with your mental health counselor. But I mean, it's common that communication or cross-culture issues can always come up, and that makes the session not productive or the work not productive.
Mhm.
But at least you've tried, and I want
Yeah.
to thank you for that work as well.
Mhm.
So I mentioned that as well. But since they have like a specific quota that they would like you to meet, for that they might require you to, they might require more visits with a mental health counselor until you get your kids back.
I mean, can I ask the judge, like, can I tell him that I'm not really gaining anything from it and try to get out of it?
Yeah, I don't think so, because they're very stuck on their quotas. And on those requirements that you see them 3 times per week. But how about, well, let's talk a little bit more about that situation, and how would you go about that situation?
Well, what do you mean? Like about in
so
the
if-
court?
Yeah, so if we're in court and you feel like the mental health sessions were not productive, but the judge would require you to see a mental health counselor at least 3 times a week, how would you address the issue in court?
I guess I could. I'm probably gonna say yes, because I'm probably gonna agree to what the judge is saying, and try to follow what he says. Even though I don't because at the end of the day, I really, really want to get my kids back. That's my number one goal. So whatever I have to do, I'll do it. But I think it's stupid that they're making me go through this because I'm 100% sure that I don't need it. But I mean, I don't understand why I would have to go if I'm not even benefiting from it. And I feel like most of the questions they ask me is like, how do you feel? What do they mean, how do I feel? Like, it's the same thing over and over again. Of course I feel angry, I feel sad, I lost my kids. So it's just, I don't get it. But again, I probably will agree with the judge and try to just complete whatever hours that he says to do. Yeah. And I think since you recommended that, you might search for a new person for me, hopefully that I like that person and, maybe some things will be different.
Okay. And so you'd be willing to tell the judge that you would, you would try to meet the minimum quota if you see another counselor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that you can tell the judge about that you're willing to meet with another counselor and then meet the minimum required 2
About
visits?
7.5, 8.
7.5, 8?
Yeah.
Okay. And why not? Why not a 3 or 4?
Because I want to get my kids back. And whatever I have to do, I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, so I know that these requirements are really restricting and
Mm-hmm.
are very high burden for you to carry with everything that is going on for you. But really appreciate you, being out there advocating for your kids and advocating for them to get back and being willing to comply with all the goals in order to get them back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like I said, then I'll make the referrals both for a different employment counselor who is fluent in your language and also in English, who can help you with the resume writing and the cover writing, and also potentially maybe at some point make a referral to computer classes as well. And then I'll also contact the community organization that has some mental health counselors that work with people from your culture and are more versed in your culture as well, and also speak your language.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And then then I will have the code review coming up as well.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Do you have any more questions until our next session?
I mean, would I still have to go visit the mental health specialist that I have one right now? Like, how long would the transition take?
I think we could take care of that right away. So
Okay.
I'll call the supervisor of that agency, tell them about the issues that we've been having and that we've not been
Okay.
having the progress that you wanted, which again is also detrimental to the whole treatment plan.
Okay.
And they'll understand.
Okay.
They'll be receptive to that. And then I'll call the organization of mental health counselors
Okay.
from your community.
What about the transportation? Are you gonna?
So I'll set up an appointment with a
Okay.
counselor and I'll tell them specifically that you need the bus card right away.
Okay.
So hopefully
Okay.
that they can expedite that process as well.
Okay. Well, I don't really have any money right now, so I don't even know if I'm gonna see my kids. Hopefully, I could get the bus money quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Oh God. Man.